Okay, so right now we're gonna make a vodka sauce with some spaghetti. I haven't started on like any of it. I just got a pot of boiling water here with some salt in it. But essentially, we gotta chop up some ingredients. We got two tomatoes, we got an onion, and we got a couple cloves of garlic. We gotta chop up and get ready to actually like cook with. We got some heavy whipping cream. That's another thing we're gonna need. We're gonna need some butter, and well, of course, get the spaghetti. We got the vodka, and that's pretty much everything you need for it. I've never cut an onion before, so this is going to be a little learning experience we got going on right now. I take it we just gotta start by cutting it. It's a lot easier. Honestly, it doesn't matter how it looks. It's all gonna get like diced down anyway. Or something like that. We're using a kind of ring-a-dink method here, but what we're gonna kind of do is we're gonna kind of add some butter. I'm just gonna help it like get a little. Oh, the burner's not on. Works the same. Add some butter. Just gonna pour some down like that, and then the same nice knife we use. Just gonna give it a little wipe. I'm gonna cut off a chunk of this butter. Just drop that in there. The way I'm thinking about it is use the same knife for the rest of this, and then I don't have to clean it. We need to get the water boiling over there. While it heats up a little bit. Turn it up pretty high. Just gonna the onions in there. Oh well, we lost a piece. Doesn't really matter as long as we get some onions in there, a decent amount of onion. So I used half an onion right there. The other half of the onion is going to be used elsewhere. Kind of clean it up as we go. I'm kind of just going to start cooking off the onions. And get them to brown a little bit before we do anything else. And we'll turn the temperature down, and we're gonna quickly cut a tomato. Should have prepared a little better. These are really, 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 really big tomatoes. You can't really see right now, but they're starting to brown. Just give it a little. Starting to brown. Give it a little more heat. What we're actually going to do, just going to have a good helping of this. I'm going to help a little bit here. Help it brown up a little bit more. I don't know why it didn't ignite by itself. It was supposed to ignite. It's going to cook off a lot of the vodka we added. The flavor is going to get trapped in the onions. Oh, sniff. Maybe needs a little more. Just a tiny bit more. So we're gonna light her up. Smells really, really good. One last light test. Burn off the rest. Looks really good. Not as caramelized as I would like, but they'll get cooked through in the rest of the process. Now we're going to add some tomatoes. Well, tomato sauce. Really, not a whole lot to start. It's really going to mix in there. And then now we're going to add tomato clumps. Again, these are going to get mixed in. They get cooked nice and mushy. We're actually going to turn some heat up. There's a lot of clumps, so it's going to be relatively clumpy. Just going to sort of let this cook a little bit. As things start to soften up. While that cooks, I'm going to cut some of the garlic so we can get a little garlic. Okay, so right now the water's boiling really, really hot, so we're just gonna add some of the pasta, get it cooking. So we do the rest of the sauce. So we're gonna add all the pasta. Kind of just push it down as it starts to cook. We're gonna finish with one last clove. Actually, I think we're good on garlic. I'm gonna put the garlic right next to the other tomato. And got 3 cloves of garlic, and we're gonna cook these in. Add these. Get moved into the mix. And then we're gonna start by adding 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. It's gonna change the color quite a bit. It's gonna make the sauce what it really is. So that kind of gives it the orange kind of look to it. I'm just gonna let it simmer for a little bit until it gets a good consistency, maybe a little thicker consistency, and if we need to, we'll add a little more tomatoes and other things. Okay, well, so I did a little taste test off camera, and it needs a little salt. I'm not gonna do very much, but just enough where it kind of gives it the taste that we're looking for. A little more than I was planning on doing, but it still tastes pretty good. It just needs a little something to bring out the taste. And we moved the pasta to a warming zone because it cooked pretty well, so we're going to bring it down from a boil and just after that separate it. Also added another chunk of tomato just to kind of give it a little more of that tomato flavor. We're going to do another quick taste test. I'm going to bring the temperature down just a little bit. tiniest dash of pepper. I'm talking like that much. It's really not a whole lot. Just pour it all out. Maybe, oh, we got a little cream left. We'll just add that because we were supposed to add a full cup and we never did that. We're kind of just going to let it sit and kind of cook in the rest of the garlic, the rest of the onions, and the rest of the tomatoes. Most of the tomato clumps are gone, but there's still a couple in there. And we're probably going to end up straining the pasta. Pop this back in the warming zone to keep it warm. Turn this off. Just going to add this right back in. This sauce is getting really, really, really done. I'll end up taking this out pretty quickly here. I just want to break up some of these tomato clumps. Not many people who want clumpy tomato sauce. Maybe if it had a little beef in it or roast beef, but we'll add a little roast beef when we finally plate it up. We'll take a picture of the roast beef plated one and the non-roast beef plated one. We'll do a final little taste test here where we decide what it needs. A little more salt. I think we do a little more this time. Cooking here. I don't want to make it overly salty because that'll completely ruin it. A little more. It's good. If we over salt it, it'll completely ruin the taste. And that wouldn't be any fun. Very good. It's good. So it's good. Okay. Well, we got a little bit of pasta on the sweater here, but just gonna mix around, get it all in the pasta. It's got tomatoes in it. It's really good.